Sorry. Um, okay.
Kak Muni nak admit orang Tak apalah, Asna intro lah. Kak Muni ni. Admit.
Okay, boleh.
Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. Today our training will be on OneDrive. Okay. So first of all, to be able to use OneDrive, you will need to log into our IIUM Live account. Okay. There are many ways how you can use Microsoft products. Okay, so today we'll be looking at the differences between Microsoft product and also Google Drive, the one that we have been using since the pandemic started. Okay, so to log in to this Microsoft products, you may use it on the web itself, and you can, most of us have installed this Microsoft product on our computer. Okay, so I will show how to use both using web. Say for example, you see that you are using guest account, it means that you are not logged into your live account. Okay, so I will share a few ways on how to on how to use Microsoft product. Okay, so first of all, you may use the web-based login, for example, using Microsoft Edge browser. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so for this one, if you log into this website, you can log into your live account. Okay, so on the live account, what you can see are the available apps and tools for you to use. For example, we have Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook for your emails, OneDrive, OneNote. This is Sharepoint, Teams, the one that we're using right now. And okay, so these are basically apps that we have. So first of all, we're going to look at the difference between Google product that we have been using and also the Microsoft Office, Microsoft products that we will be using after this. Okay, so this one, I access this files using web-based, which means I go to this website, www.office.com. Say for example, you have you don't have a lot of memory on your device or computer, you can just access through web-based. So this is the account, the address that you can go to. Okay. So today we'll be looking at this one. Okay, OneDrive. Okay. The introduction first. All this while we've been using Google, right? Now, not to say we are totally migrating, because we can still use Google, but there are features that won't be available after this on Google. For example, the drive have been reduced from 1 terabyte to 15 gig only, which means you might have to move your Google Drive files to OneDrive. Okay, so this is Google and this is Microsoft. So for IIUM, they have subscribed to Office 365. Office 365 have a lot of features which are useful. I think we have been using this all this while. However, when we started using Google Suite, there are things that we don't use on Microsoft Office anymore. Yeah, okay. There is no way to say that Google Docs is the same as Microsoft Words, because each product, each tool has its own, I would say, advantages and also disadvantages. Okay, but the equivalent would be Microsoft Words is equivalent to Google Docs. Microsoft Excel is equivalent to Google Sheet, PowerPoint to Slide, Microsoft Teams to Google Classroom, Outlook would be on Gmail. Okay, OneDrive is Google Drive. So OneDrive and Google Drive is the same. So what is OneDrive and Google Drive? Okay, Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, and also iCloud for those using MacBook is a cloud storage. Cloud storage means you can access it wherever you are as long as they log into the account, which means that you don't have to carry the thumb drive or carry the device with your files in it. You just say, for example, you're traveling light, you do not want to bring your laptop, you can use any other devices that is available and just log into your account. That's it. So it's cloud storage. It means that it follows you wherever you are. Okay, so that's basically about cloud storage. So cloud storage, Google Drive is also cloud storage. Dropbox is also cloud storage. OneDrive is a cloud storage as well. And iCloud for those using MacBook. Today I'm using the normal laptop, not MacBook. So if there are hiccups, I'm so sorry because I'm still getting used to the PC here. Okay, so how does cloud storage works? In our case, when you log in, there will be a notification asking whether we should allow ITD to actually manage our file, and I think it's just okay because privacy and policy is still there. Okay, and then you can access whenever you need from anywhere. So you don't have to have your computer with you if you use this cloud storage. Okay, using any devices available would be computer, smartphone, tablet, right? And what you need to do is you just have to sign in using your account. In this case, it's your Microsoft Office 365 account. That would be the live account. Okay, so whatever it is, you have to use the live account for OneDrive and also Microsoft Office products. Okay, so what can you do with cloud storage? This cloud storage, particularly OneDrive, you can upload files, you can download files, and you can also synchronize. Synchronize means from your PC to what's on OneDrive. So whatever is on your PC can be saved on your OneDrive. Okay, how to access OneDrive? So one way is using your desktop application in your desktop. The other way is to download app from Google Store. The other one is using mobile apps. You have a handphone, you can still access your files and folders in your OneDrive using your handphones. Okay, and the other one is using the website. Okay, we will look at migration from Google Drive. Okay, do you have to transfer all files from Google Drive? Okay, what do you think? Do we have to transfer all? I think if you ask me, I don't think so. Because you can still use your Google Drive, right? So there's no need for you to actually transfer all the files because you can still use Google Drive. So it's really up to you and your needs.
Unless I think it's better for us to move almost 1 gigabyte of the story that put it in the Google Drive, because we have record all the session for online classes. So now we know that Google Drive doesn't support any more than doesn't support any enough storage in the cloud for us. So we should migrate some of the files in the Google Drive into the OneDrive. Is it correct?
Like I said, it depends on your needs, because if on my Google Drive, the memory that I'm using is just about 15 gig, no, 10 gig. So I don't intend to migrate totally to OneDrive. Whatever is on Google Drive, I will leave it there. And perhaps with the new semester, then I will start using OneDrive for the new files. Like I said, it depends, because I've seen some of you like have a lot of files in your Google Drive. So for those who have a lot on your Google Drive, I suggest you to minimize first the memory used on your Google Drive. But then again, like I said, it's up to you. There's no like I said, it depends on your needs. But yeah, I agree with Amirul. Yeah, so we will look at assessing your OneDrive from your laptop, your desktop, your computer. Sometimes you don't realize that it's already there. It's just that you did not use it, okay? Because you've already downloaded Office 365, okay? So what you do is, sekejap am I sharing my, kamu ni nampak apa? Tak reti.
Nampak Microsoft PowerPoint.
Okay.
Nampak slide.
Alright.
Nampak.
Assalamualaikum. I have one question.
Yes,
No.
please.
Do we have to pay next year if you still use Google Drive?
If you use that 15 gig, I don't think so. But the features will be, there are features that used to be available. It will not be available anymore after the date yang ITD gave to.
What are those features that will not be available next year?
It will, I think, for Google Meet, it will only be 1 hour, and I'm not sure whether we can still record it or not.
Oh, I see.
That's why we're doing this migration, because there are a lot of features that will not be available on Google Suite too. Yeah.
So OneDrive is free lah, because it's paid by the university, isn't it?
Yes. Even the schools are using Office ni. So this, it can be downloaded from my apps. Okay, later I will show. But yes, and then the memory is the memory that you can save file has been increased to 5 terabyte, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, the increase.
In Drive.
OneDrive.
Terabyte equal to 500 gigabyte kan?
Yeah, betul. Yeah. So now it's 5 terabyte. So if you have a lot of
compared to Google Drive only?
We used to have 1 terabyte for Google Drive, but when right now they have increased to only 15 gig. We used to have so what you need to do is to delete the files on or
migrate.
Yeah, migrate. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to share how to access using what you have in your laptop. Okay. Kamu ni nampak apa?
Tak nampak apa-apa lagi. Nothing. HH ya, Hasno Helena.
Okay. Okay, so now we're going to look at how to sekarang.
Slide.
Okay. Okay, nampak tak saya tekan start button? Tak.
Tak ada. Button apa? Which button?
Start button. Sekejap.
Start.
Nampak
Start
kat
button.
minimize. Nak minimize.
Minimize I want to show you my desktop. Okay, hold on. Okay,
Nampak desktop tadi?
nampak
Tadi.
Sekarang?
Ada.
tak.
Okay.
Warna hijau kan?
Ya.
Dah tak ada.
Nampak tak? Desktop.
Sekarang dah tak ada desktop dah. Sekarang dia ping balik.
So maksudnya kena. Sekarang nampak?
Yeah. Yes.
Nampak.
Okay. So on your computer, you go to start button and then you click settings. Okay. Nampak tak?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see apps. In your apps, you can see whether you have downloaded or you have already installed OneDrive or not. So you look for OneDrive. Here it is. So I've already installed. The same thing. You look for whether you have installed OneDrive or not. To access that, you can go to staff portal. You don't have it. Staff portal.
Before that,
Saya
tanya, tadi kan isunya pasal Google Drive dah tak support more than 15 gig kan?
we don't have more than 15 gig anymore.
Okay, and then we some of us need to move on to the OneDrive because they provide until 5 terabyte, right?
Yes.
So when should we move all the document until the ITD are going to delete our files in the Google Drive?
I think starting 2022, they will limit already totally. So that's why we have to start migrating from now. I think we have about 1 month kan kat mana ni to migrate.
Yang Google Drive tu
It's like this actually.
by June 2022. But
it's like this. Dia the whole organisation they give certain amount of tools, so that's why they distributekan jadi 15 gig. But organisation have 1 terabyte. So ITD yang bahagi-bahagikan jadi 15 gig each.
So maknanya even though dia akan sampai Jun 2022 tapi the ITD dah start kerja lah. Maknanya mana yang lebih
That one I'm not sure.
dia akan delete lah kan? Betul tak?
That one I'm not sure.
Dia tak kata delete, dia guna istilah block. They will block our account, they say like that. Tapi itulah benda belum happen lagi, tak pasti dia nak block macam mana, tak sure. Tapi whatever pun kita kena make sure by June 2020 our important files dah migrate lah. Takutlah kan kalau kena block tak boleh nak buka nanti.
Okay, so on staff portal you go to my apps, then you can see that you can download Office 365 here. This is where you download. You look for Microsoft ni. You can subscribe here. but I've already downloaded, so I won't be downloading it. But this is how you can register your live account. Yeah, that's how you download it. Okay, and then where is it? It's in your ni lah dekat dia punya apps ni. So it's here. This is my OneDrive. Okay, so you click OneDrive. I've not started using it fully. So these are all the files that I have on my OneDrive. And if you're using it on your own computer, then you can synchronize. Meaning that from your computer, you can synchronize. It will be automatically be in your OneDrive. So you have to download this on your PC. Okay, so this one. So you click this one. So you can open folder from here. You can view online. Okay, so that's from your computer. So what you do is for all Microsoft Office 365, you can just log in. For example, you open a Word document. So on top here, you can log in to your account. Okay, so for example, I sign out now. Okay, so I don't have any account here. So I open OneDrive, there's no file. So if I sign in to my live account.
Oh dia. Siap dah beli ha.
Okay. Sign in. Then I can see my file. So you have to sign in. The same thing with this is you sign in from Word je. But
Syahidah kena switch off.
so you sign in dekat sini je, dekat the sign in tu, tunjuk kau orang nampak. Okay, and then the same thing with PowerPoint. You can just sign in here. Just now I sign in on Microsoft Docs kan. So I am signed in as well to other Microsoft Office products. So today we want to look at Drive. So we open Drive. Open Drive. See?
No. Sorry, the question, do we ask question at the end ke macam mana?
No, you can just ask.
Okay, in my case, bila like see kan on my desktop, I nak buka Microsoft Word, it will straight away go online. How do I not do that?
Microsoft Word?
Macam kita buka Microsoft Word daripada komputer kan, kita tekan Microsoft Word punya logo tu, dia akan terus pergi ke office.com.
You download Office 365 ke Office lain? Okay, so kalau Mira nak tengok, Mira pergi dekat Word ni, on your computer tu, you sign in dekat sini.
Sebab dia pergi terus, dia tak kat sini, dia terus pergi ke, dia akan buka browser.
Then I guess your Office tu either tak update or it's not 365.
I see.
That would be my, to my knowledge, that's what happened.
I see. Okay.
Why do we still need yang dekat computer? Because the features on Microsoft Docs on computer and also Microsoft Docs online, some features are not available.
Ya, betul.
Some features are not available yang dekat web-based tu. So I suggest you to download juga.
I see.
Okay, so you download yang from yang portal tadi tu. They have the Office 365 tu. Lepas tu you log in here.
I see. Okay, alright Kak. InsyaAllah.
Alright.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so far any other question? Sorry, I'm like trying to get myself comfortable balik dengan computer, laptop. Okay. Okay, so far. Okay, so now we have Microsoft Edge. For example, last time Google the extra features yang available tu is available when you use Google Chrome because it's Google punya product, kan? So in this case, Microsoft, I suggest you to use this one, Microsoft Edge, kan? Ni Microsoft Edge, right? Ha. So it's better if you use this one. Nampak kan? This browser. Okay, so if you go online, you click ni www.office.com and then you log in. See, for example, I log out now. Okay. I sign out sini. Okay, so I go to Microsoft punya login. This is the login address. So you click and then you log in. Here is the login. Whether you want to know you are logged to or not, then you will give your initial here.
Where?
Okay. So from here,
semua ni buat cepat sini semua
Oh, ya.
macam yang dah terror IT lah.
oh sorry. Okay, boleh buat dulu.
Kan ni semua dinosaur.
Minta maaf. Okay, so where should I go back to?
Dasno,
Hmm.
ini layout 365 ni, Office 365 ni memang macam ni ke kalau kita open pakai apps je?
Kalau pakai web based.
Oh, pakai web base. Okay.
Web based. Kalau apps, dia you download dekat ni. Ni ha. This is when you
sama macam Microsoft yang biasa lah kan?
ya sama, it's that thing. Cuma
Okay.
kita nak biasakan balik je.
Kena login lah kalau siapa yang ada live account tu.
Ya, kena ada live account. Kalau tak, you tak dapat Office 365 punya features tu semua. Tak dapat 365 punya features, it means that it's limited. You cannot save your file on OneDrive semua. That's why kena login to OneDrive punya account.
Soalan, kalau dah activate the live account, still your laptop has to install 365, betul?
Yeah, 365, yeah.
Still your laptop has to have that software lah, kan? Kena install lah juga, right?
Like I said, if say for example, your computer punya memory cannot install dah, what you do is use the web-based. It's optional. Macam ni, memory still banyak. So, I dah download.
Okay.
So, we have like Office pun dia banyak produk, dia punya package. Microsoft Home and Office, Microsoft yang student tu, and this is Office 365. So dia punya subscription tu pun lain. Macam yang kita kan daripada Google Suite for Education tu, sekarang kita dah downgrade, so sama je. Dia macam either Google Drive or Microsoft product. Either Google or Microsoft product. Now we go to Microsoft punya produk. Dia macam tukar, migrate.
Okay. My question, Mas Nur, kalau tak mengganggu.
Macam mana?
Normally kita move daripada yang bawah ke atas. Okay.
Bawah ke atas, apa tu?
Contohnya Microsoft Office 2007. Kita buka Word. And then kita transfer ke 2010 punya Microsoft Word. Dia boleh set, tapi bila contohnya kita pergi tempat lain yang mana dia tak ada Microsoft 365 ni, masa lagi 2010, so dia punya features tu dia boleh terima ke, dia berubah ke, dia akan jadi pelik-pelik?
If I'm not mistaken, boleh.
Sebab kalau pengalaman yang dulu-dulu kan, kita kan migrate ke atas, pergi laptop, dia tak boleh accept features tu, dia jadi pelik.
Kadang phone dia lari semua kan.
Jadi file kita jadi rosak habis.
Okay. Betul. Okay, my suggestion is to install OneDrive dulu, upload yang lama tu punya folder to OneDrive. So they synchronize. So nanti kejap lagi kita tengok macam mana nak upload. Macam tadi cakap boleh upload, boleh download, boleh synchronize kan. Later we'll look at that. So basically, basic things is that you can install Office 365 here. Kalau tak nak, web-based. Itu je.
Okay, kalau boleh tambah sikit untuk soalan Dr. Fuzi tu, sebenarnya kalau Dr. Fuzi pakai account, macam contoh lah dalam Word tu, dokumen tu save sebagai Word 2007. And then dalam Word 2007 tu Dr. Fuzi buka under Microsoft 365. Jadi dia kekal dalam format Word 2007, tak ada masalah. Unless kalau nak save, nanti Word akan tanya kita nak upgrade kepada the new version atau tidak. Kalau kita agree pada new version, some of part of the Word yang kita save tu mungkin dia tak boleh nak baca. Dia akan lari alignment, perkataan tu dia tak keluar, dia jadi simbol dan sebagainya. Jadi itu pada pandangan saya, kita kena aware lah. Maknanya kalau kita yakin nak save pada format baru, save format baru. Tapi kalau tak, boleh kekal dalam format lama. Sebab Microsoft 365 dia masih boleh baca semua format yang ada. Terima kasih.
Okay. Clear.
So this is yang web based. So you can try logging into your web based punya account if you want. Would you like to try first? Nak try tak? So on web based we have all the tools. Sama, but like I said, there are features that are not available yang kat web based dengan yang install on laptop punya. Okay. Alright. Now, okay. So I will only show you two ways of doing. There are several ways, but I will give you the easiest way of transferring from Google Drive to your OneDrive. Nampak tak PowerPoint? Kita nampak. Nampak, okay. Right. So I think this is the easiest way for those who I'm not that IT savvy, so I will choose these two ways. One is to download all your Google Drive to your computer and then upload.
From Google Drive, you download everything into your laptop, and then from the laptop, you upload onto the drive.
Yes.
OneDrive.
Not everything lah. So kita boleh pilih mana yang kita nak download ya. Tapi if you choose semua, then you might want to use the second way of doing it. So basically, you go to Google punya ni, buka Google Drive. Ni kita go back to Google. So these are the files that I have. Storage 13. Okay.
Is this the second way or the first way? Yeah, you're showing me. First way.
First way. First way. So I will I'll say for example I don't want to transfer all because for ni 2019 2020 I tak nak, so I just leave it here. Later I can delete. Okay, and then attendance I want to leave it here because lagi senang. Okay, so what I want to download is perhaps this one. Okay, so you click download on Google Drive. On Google, pergi dekat Google Drive, choose any of the folder that you want to download and transfer to OneDrive. So what I do is I right click on one of the folders and I click download. So it will be downloaded on my computer. Okay, so dia akan bagi zip file. Okay, so next what I do is I go here OneDrive. I open OneDrive. Tadi kan dah download. So I take this one and I drag it to OneDrive. Drag je. So now it's already here. Kejap besarkan sikit. Nampak. It's already here. Tadi kan EAW practice papers kan? So it's already here under OneDrive. So it's here. So I extract. Yeah.
Kalau maksudnya dekat drive kita still ada kan file semua tu kan?
Download sebab tak delete kan dekat Google Drive still ada. Selagi tak delete, it will be there. If you just download, maksudnya the file is still there unless you move it to trash.
Right. Kita dah pindah nanti bolehlah kita delete kan yang dalam drive tu kan?
Boleh buat checklist sikit lah. Yang mana yang dah transfer tu kan.
Thank you.
Okay. Lepas tu extract because dia tadi zip file kan, so dia akan extract. Extracting, downloading ni it depends on how big the file is, depends on our internet connection juga. So now it's already in my OneDrive. So if I go to yang web based punya, is it there? So I go to Microsoft Office punya, I buka sini. Ni web based tau. And I tengok dia ada ke tak. See dah ada dah. When? A few seconds ago. So it's already here. Dah ada dah. So that's the first way of doing it. You download from Google Drive, bukan delete tau, download, pergi dekat computer and then upload to OneDrive. Okay, so kat sini kan yang synchronize ke tak kan? So nanti it should be here. Sebab dah synchronize. Unless you switch off the synchronize. Tapi yang tu nanti once you install, when you start start using it, nanti dia akan bagi the steps. Dia tanya nak synchronize ke tak semua. Yang tu just follow je.
Cik nak tanya ni basic question, sorry. Kalau terlampau basic sangat. iCloud Drive sama ke dengan OneDrive?
Sama. Dia cloud storage juga. Tapi iCloud kan kena bayar monthly. iCloud is for MacBook users tau.
Tapi dia dah ada dalam tu.
Apple.
Tapi dia dah ada dalam tu.
Memang dah ada tapi dulu dia tak limit kan. Sekarang dia dah limit kan. So dia bagi I think about 5 gig kot. If you want to use more than 5 gig, they will ask you whether you want to subscribe ke tak.
Okay, sorry. Ini basic juga lagi. Banyak tertinggal. How do I have the OneDrive in my MacBook?
In your MacBook, you have to download.
Download OneDrive?
Download Microsoft Office 365 tu nanti semua dah ada.
First kena download, kena ada 365 dululah.
365. So you go to staff portal here, kat sini ada nak download.
Okay, so nanti bila dia download 365 tu daripada Office ni, barulah ada OneDrive tu.
Login to live account.
Live account, lepas tu baru ada OneDrive tu.
Yes, betul.
Faham. Sorry, thank you.
Okay, problem. Okay, so ada dua cara lah. Macam on my MacBook, I download. Tapi here, I download juga sebab nak tunjuk kan. So, bila buat tu, I realise that web-based punya features, it won't be the same as your installed version of Office 365. That's why, somehow or other, you might want to download juga last. Paksa rela. Because why do I suggest using web-based as well? Because some computers memang tak cukup memory to download, for example. Maybe. Okay? So now Office 365 is dekat my apps ni, portal. Okay. So that's one way of doing it. Any questions so far? This is the most traditional way of doing it lah. You download, lepas tu you upload. Lepas tu yang ni, what I like about this first way of doing it, you boleh choose which to
include in the new OneDrive.
Yes, and which you don't want to. Okay, so the next step is using ni, take out. To take out, nanti I bagi the slide ni because ada link kan. So for take out ni, you click kat sini, it will take you to this page. Nampak tak?
Ini yang kalau kita tak nak select, kalau kita nak include all our folders into OneDrive.
Betul. It's not just OneDrive punya folder, it's everything from Google.
Yang kita nak, kita ambil yang second one lah. Okay.
Yes. So kat sini calendar pun dia boleh letak. Google Sites pun boleh, Google Classroom punya pun boleh, tapi adalah format dia. Dia bagi kat sini JSON format. It will give script lah. Okay. Bukanlah Google Classroom tiba-tiba ada dekat Microsoft Office, no. Because dia, like I said, dia macam tak ada pun satu yang equivalent, this to this. Where when it comes to Google versus Microsoft, memang tak ada satu pun yang equivalent. So dia tak support each other, dia tak gang. Gitu. Okay. So,
Hello, I have one question. Macam Mona juga, this is I don't know whether this is a stupid question or not. But this one kita boleh, we can only migrate things in my drive saja kan?
Google Drive.
Oh yelah, Google Drive only on my drive lah.
Yalah, your files are my drive, betul.
But shared semua tak boleh lah kan?
Shared tu yang Sharepoint tu.
Oh, okay. That one you have to do.
That one advanced tu kena return. Tapi nanti kita tunjuk jugalah sebab nanti you masukkan nama dia macam sama yang macam collaborators tu. Sharing of folder and file tu dia sama je.
Okay, thank you. Sama-sama please have to tunjuk juga. Ni dinosaur nak belajar.
Tapi samalah kita Kak Nurita, dinosaur ni.
Dia macam kita pergi daripada Google, brand Google ke brand Microsoft tu je. Tapi of course lah, dia takkanlah nak, they want to make money kan, of course lah, dia takkan sama. And then copyright pun ada juga isu dia. Okay, so kalau nak choose balik semula, deselect all. Deselect. Kalau memang nak transfer semua, alang-alang 5 terabyte kan, belasah. But if you want to select, then you have to select all, now you deselect all. If you want to go one by one with tu, katakan, like me, my Google Drive is, files are everywhere. So, since we are migrating to OneDrive, I would like to be more organized, for example. Okay, then I only want this one, Google Drive je to go to my what do you call that, to my OneDrive. Okay, so you choose. We have here, I don't know, but we don't use all of this actually. Contacts ni yang email tu perhaps important if you save your contacts in your Google account kan, Google account. Okay, and this one is Drive. So you want to transfer all, click here. And then there are setting pula, multiple formats. So you can choose. Okay, this one you have to go one by one juga. Go for a presentation, when you open it, what do you want it to be? Is it still daripada slides? When you open it on OneDrive, or when you download it, you want it to be in PowerPoint ke you want to PDF it? But PDF of course is another type of image punya file kan, so besar. If it's image je, dia punya memory memang besar.
So
If
which
it's
means that
document,
which means it's better to maintain the original lah PTX ni rather than
yes.
PDF kan, right?
Yeah. Sebab kalau PowerPoint we still use say for example notes in our class kan. So download as it is PPTX, PowerPoint.
Nak PDF later lah if we really need to do so, right? Because PDF dia image pakai banyak memory, betul? Okay.
So tadi I bagi yang equivalent Google Docs, now is Microsoft Documents. Kan? And then for presentation from Google Slide or Microsoft punya product is PowerPoint, PPTX. That's the file name dia. Kalau if it's from Google Sheet on Microsoft product, it's SLSX, Excel. Equivalent dia tu je. Lepas tu advanced setting. Advanced setting up to you. You want to include name, publish and upload the version ke, that will be the history semua ke. Okay. Include je lah. No harm pun. And then all drive data included. This one also you can already manage. Say for example, SEM1 this one, pictures. I don't want to put it on OneDrive, so I deselect. Ni ada select ni. Nak include semua ke tak? Tak. Okay, so which one do you want? Deselect all. Okay. So this is setting lah. So you have to sort of like decide lah first what you want to include, what you don't want to include.
Katalah Cik Noh, kita tersalah buat reverse step-step ni. Is it reversible ke tak reversible? Katakanlah.
Yang Google Drive tu is still there. What you do is you delete je yang dekat OneDrive tu. We're not deleting anything if we migrate ni. We're not deleting anything. It's just that, say for example, ITD block is on your OneDrive.
So whether the first step, second step, first step yang kita select, second step kita tak select langsung, we include all, either first step or second step, both dia tak delete dalam Google Drive.
Tak.
Kan? It's still there.
In order to delete from Google Drive, you need to move to trash.
We need to delete ourselves and move it to trash.
Yes, please. Kalau nak upah orang.
Boleh ke upah you?
Tak boleh.
Alah.
Okay, so itulah kalau feed, I don't use feed. So tak nak. So you select lah photos. Do you save photos on Google Photos? Some of us do.
Yes.
So you select. Since dia bagi 5 terabyte kan, use it all.
Soalan yang lain sikit. Contohlah bila sekarang ni saya punya LMS, Learning Management System saya pakai Google Classroom. Okay. Jadi kadang-kadang dalam Google Classroom ni kan kita muat naik nota semua, kita letak dulu nota tu dalam Google Drive. Okay. Dan daripada Google Drive tu kita export, kita masukkan dalam kita punya Google Classroom. So apa akan jadi sekiranya kita transfer semua bahan yang kita letak dalam Google Drive tu kepada OneDrive, adakah nota tu masih ada dalam Google Classroom ataupun dia dah tak boleh diakses dah?
If you're using OneDrive kan, untuk Classroom, Google Classroom, they have their own folder. Kalau you select yang ni, folder ni, Classroom here in Google Drive, it consists of all the folders and files in your Google Classroom. So kalau you select, then dia hantarlah ke OneDrive.
Okay.
Kalau you select
jadi
kan.
Jadi maksudnya kalau kita pindahkan, dia tak boleh lagi lah. Maknanya kalau pelajar nak buka nota tu, dia dah tak ada source lah, dia tak ada sumber kan. Sebab kita dah transfer. Yang folder Google Classroom ni lah kepada dalam OneDrive.
Dia make copy unless you delete dari sini. You delete baru dia you remove move to trash baru dia tak ada terus. Selagi you tak delete kat Google Drive ni, it won't affect anything. Dia just make copy je.
But if kita dah movekan kita dah macam download dan upload Google Classroom dalam OneDrive, maknanya dia still sync dengan Google Classroom kita kan? Sebab dia dah ada dalam OneDrive, dia dah still sync dengan Google Classroom kita kan?
Ya.
Maknanya kita kalau buka Google Classroom still lah boleh nampak sebab kita dah download dan upload, betul? Dalam OneDrive.
Kita make copy je, just like macam kita download application, kita tak delete, kita tak ambil semua. Kita tak ambil benda tu. Virtually, we're just making a copy for ourselves. Virtually.
Okay, what if kita dah download dan upload Classroom ni dalam OneDrive, okay? So sepatutnya bila kita buka Google Classroom, kita dah dapat lah sebab Google Classroom dah ada dalam OneDrive, betul?
Folder. Folder Classroom,
tu.
betul. When it comes to folder, yes.
So the notes pun will be there lah in OneDrive, betul?
It will be there and organized according to class yang kita created tu.
And dia akan sync jugalah bila kita buka Google Classroom, ada je lah notes, all those things kan?
Ya, sebab sama je Google Drive tu cloud juga. Memory is there. I mean, the file is there somewhere. We don't know where, but it's there. Sama je OneDrive.
Dan bila kita dah masukkan dalam Google Classroom folder ni dalam OneDrive, and then dalam Google Drive ni kita buang to trash, kita ada lah juga dia dalam OneDrive, betul?
Ya. You will have it in OneDrive. And then later we will start using Microsoft Teams. You can still upload note semua tu ke exercises tu, a copy on Microsoft Teams.
Okay, on other part, contoh kalau selama ni kan kalau kita nak muat naik bahan daripada kita punya Google Drive, daripada Google Classroom kita nak muat naik pada Google Drive, biasa kan dekat option nak upload tu dia pilih sama ada daripada Drive, daripada recent ataupun ada few option lah kan, atau daripada komputer kan. Jadi oleh kerana sekarang ni Google Drive kita contohlah dah kosong, dah tak ada apa. Jadi kalau kita nak muat naik guna OneDrive, kita kena upload daripada komputer ataupun macam mana?
Again, what's the question again?
Macam ni, biasa kalau kita nak muat naik nota kan, material dalam Google Classroom, so normally dia akan pop up keluar tempat mana kita nak ambil bahan tu lah.
Okay.
So before this, kita guna Google Drive. Just kita tekan je Google Drive tu, nanti dia akan appear lah apa yang ada dalam Google Drive tu, kita select lah mana nota kita nak muat naik.
Alright.
Okay, tapi sekarang ni oleh kerana Google Drive ni contohnya kita tak nak pakai dah, kita nak move on pada OneDrive. Jadi adakah kita nak kena select material tu daripada komputer ataupun macam mana? Sebab option yang ada kat situ lazimnya recent, komputer dengan Google Drive. Saya tak pasti pula ada.
If you dah guna OneDrive, why do you want to use Google Classroom?
Sebab itu LMS. Drive.
We have Microsoft Teams.
Tapi tak boleh lah, maknanya memang tak boleh nak integrate between Google.
You can, but like we said, we are migrating.
Okay. Faham.
We migrate all. Sebab dulu pun the issue was we did not know how to use Google punya Google Suite for Education, and then we focus solely on Google, so we use everything from Google, and then we did okay. The same thing with migrating to Microsoft Office ni, we use everything. Jangan campur-campur lah what I'm saying.
Okay, maksudnya dalam konteks untuk lebih efisien dalam kita punya pengajaran ni, should be bila kita dah move on into OneDrive, kita kena pakai Microsoft Teams lah, betul? Untuk kita punya kelas.
because we are migrating. I think next year memang we have to use Microsoft kan Kak Muni? Because kita kena fikir nanti filing untuk ISO tu semua. Are we still going to go to Google Drive and then upload here and then baru bagi untuk ISO tu pun kita kena fikir juga for filing purposes. So once we migrate to Office 365, we go all Office 365. I think that will be the administrative punya objective as well. Ke tak?
Dia sebenarnya dia soalan Amirul tu bagus jugalah sebenarnya. Tak, memang sebab saya tahu mungkin ada setengah orang dia nak maintain guna Google Classroom sebab tak biasa dengan Microsoft Teams. Tapi problemnya kalau kita maintain guna Google Classroom, kita dah kosongkan kita punya Google Drive dan kita guna balik Google Classroom, nanti Google Drive kita akan penuh balik. Dia macam tak guna kita kosongkan, dia akan penuh semula. So better kita dah migrate tu guna Microsoft Teams teruslah. Tapi still tak menghalang lah kalau siapa yang still nak guna Google Classroom, still tak nak untuk team, kita tak ada hak lah untuk menghalang. Tapi macam saya cakap lah, dia akan penuh balik lah dia punya Google Drive.
Tapi boleh saya tanya sekejap? Tapi kalau Google Team ni, kalau saya dapat info dekat Gambang, dia pakai banyak banyak space, banyak gig compared to classroom and everything. So macam student tak suka sangat nak pakai Google Microsoft Team ni. Dia punya gig pakai bandingkan dengan Zoom lagi banyak, dia nombor 2 banyak, Google paling sikit. So dia ada ke kita nak address to that issue? Kita nak pakai tapi student tak nak pakai sebab dia pakai banyak data. Betul jugalah, itu satu sudut jugalah. Tak boleh nak kita beria-ia nak ke migrate tapi apa yang kita nak migrate ni tak applicable for student sebab dia pakai banyak sangat data dia orang. So itulah satu kekangan juga kan? Betul. Sorry, by just sharing the info because kita dah buat berat sekali, banyak student yang tak boleh guna because dia pakai data diorang banyak sangat. So macam macam itulah. Itulah, tapi kalau kita maintain guna Google Classroom, isu dia yang saya cakap tadi tu lah. Dia kan ada satu isu lagi. Whatever. Adakah UIA akan address this issue lah? Apa yang saya nak tolong highlight kan is UIA highlighting this issue or not, whether Google Team ni applicable sesuai untuk students ke tidak, in terms of their data usage and so on and so forth. Itu je the concern kan. Rasa dia aware tapi sebab dah tak ada choice. Tapi itulah, kalau still nak guna Google Classroom, no problem, boleh lagi guna. Boleh. Tapi kita 15 gig tu. Limit tu tak boleh record dah pun nanti at one point. Kita dah jadi macam student, like if you're not a Google Suite punya account macam kita, we have Google Suite, that's why boleh record. Tapi if you ask the student, they can't record. Because dia Google account yang biasa. Sebab recent exam pun saya dapat feedback, mula nak pakai Google Team, dekat gambar and everything kan. But disebabkan data tu, we just couldn't, we just have to go back to Google Classroom, Google Meet kan. Sebab ramai student yang tak boleh. Itu je lah kot. Maybe kita boleh highlightkan ke ITD Dr. Mira ke apa kan. Has kita dah address this issue or not, Yeah. Benda tu memang kena take into consideration jugalah. Tapi SEM 2 nanti dengan khabar dah face to face kan. InsyaAllah. Amin. Amin ke tak ke? Wallahualam.
Mungkin satu perkara yang macam Sister Asno katakan tadi itulah, boleh kita nak pakai Google Classroom, in the same time kita pakai OneDrive, tapi syaratnya macam satu folder je kita kena kekal dalam Google Drive, iaitu kita punya folder Google Classroom. Jadi material yang kita letak dalam kita punya Google Classroom mesti ada dalam folder Google Classroom dalam Google Drive. Barulah kita boleh access benda tu. Tapi all the material yang lain, kita nak record session ke, kita nak buat apa ke, itu mungkin kita boleh record through Microsoft Team ataupun dengan ni lah OneDrive.
Tak. Saya tak cakap macam tu. Saya cakap yang if you want to find whatever files and folders that you have been using in your Google Classroom, you look for classroom folder.
Lah, maksud saya siapa yang nak masih nak guna Google Classroom, jadi kadang-kadang material tu kan semua kita dah upload dalam Google Classroom. Jadi dia punya source material tu ada dalam folder Google Classroom. Dalam
you don't this one, once you create a classroom, dia automatically, this one bukan kita yang buat, this one the system memang automatically create this folder.
Yelah, macam contoh saya nak delete, saya nak kosong kan, tak boleh lah. Maksudnya memang kena ada lah folder classroom tu kan. Kalau tak, semua benda dalam saya punya Google Classroom tu kosong.
If you want to reuse the post, yes.
Ya.
Delete tak ada masalah. Delete tak ada masalah. Semua folder pun tak ada masalah if you delete.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so that's the second one is using takeout. So using takeout, so you can choose where or what folders or files you want to include in your OneDrive when you migrate. Okay. The next one. Okay, so after this, the question is how to create folder, how to create file, upload file folders, right? So what you do is you go to OneDrive here. This is your OneDrive. You can create folder. You can create Word document, Excel workbook, PowerPoint presentation, OneNote notebook, forms for Excel. We have Google Forms, right? Microsoft pun have this almost the same thing. I wouldn't say exactly the same. I would say almost, because if you once you start using, then you will see that it's not it's not totally the same. Okay, so all these features, there's no equivalent to Google Drive Google product to Microsoft product. There will be some advantages and disadvantages once you start using it. Okay, so you can create new folder, create new Word document, and you can also upload what files from where. If you have your Google Drive synchronized in your computer right now, you can also choose, but I don't have in my computer. But if there is, then it will choose one more here, Google Drive. So the same thing, you can upload as well. Okay, so in this case, we choose this one, then we upload. Okay, so in a form of what do you call that? Image. So this is the image. So you open, so you can see the image. It's the same thing. Okay, you go back. You want to upload folder. Say for example, you have one particular folder here in your computer. Sorry, tak banyak sebab baru guna. Okay, so you can just use folder. For example, this one. And then you upload. Okay, and then you can share. Remember, Kak Nurita tadi sharing the document and folders kan? So you can do it here. It's the same thing. You just type. Say for example, I want to share this with Cellpad. So you look for the account, or I want to share this with Mona. So Mona, where are you? Mona, what's your live
Mona at IIUM je.
Live account.
Mana sekarang you nak surat IPK? Tak tahu, tak ingat.
Okay,
tu
Mona Mazinda. So you just add lah Mona punya handle tu. mona@live.ium.edu.my. It's the same thing with Google punya sharing setting as well. That one is sharing. Okay? Any questions so far? The Sharepoint too, I have not looked at it, tapi I think it's the same thing. Could even say, for example, when you open any document from here, my files. Okay, say for example, I want to share this with, I want to share one particular, okay, say I want to share this presentation. Okay, so you open this one and then there's a sharing setting as well dekat sini, but we just go like briefly lah. So you add nama. Raja Munira, say for example, I share with this person kat Muni. So click here. So it's the same thing with sharing setting of Google punya products. Okay. Alright. Okay. Dah. I think that would be all. Any questions or anything regarding live account? Or I think some of us are not logged into a live account. That's why you see yourself as guest. Okay. Any questions?
Saya mungkin terlepas pandang tadi. Kalau contoh kita nak collaborative dengan any dengan mana-mana pihak dalam kita punya produk untuk Microsoft ni, adakah sama macam juga dalam kita punya produk Google? Contoh kan, kalau saya nak share Google Doc, nak buat collaborative dengan Google Doc dengan contohnya dengan rakan sekerja, jadi adakah dia terus detect email tu? Sebab macam Google Drive kita dah ada automatic email UIE kan. Jadi maksudnya kalau ada yang tak aktifkan lagi live account dalam Microsoft, jadi dia tak akan detect kan nama tu. Ke memang kita kena tahu alamat email penuh orang tu. Sebab sometimes kalau dalam Google kita cari, kita tekan nama depan je, dia dah keluar dah suggestion. Macam ni, yang ni contoh kalau dia ada live account, tapi kalau mungkin orang tu tak ada live account, adakah kita masih boleh collaborative dengan dia atau tidak?
If they don't have a live account, what you do is you send link, you copy link and send it to them. If they don't have live account,
still dia boleh buka.
Copy link boleh. Copy link.
Sebab dia tak ada live account, dia tak boleh buka. Maknanya kalau dia ada email biasa, dia buka through email biasa pun boleh lah, as long dia klik link tu.
Dia buka kalau if you're sharing PowerPoint, then dia buka guna PowerPoint lah. Okay. Kalau you share Google Doc, kalau you share Microsoft Doc, dia buka guna Microsoft Doc, bukan email.
Faham?
Kalau you share Excel sheet kan, so dia buka guna Excel dia. Okay, say for example this one I share to, tengok juga macam tadi we have this one, when you have this, it's actually group. So what we can do is create group lah. Then because the group that we have right now is Google Groups kan, Cellpad punya tu lah. So that one is to be used with Google punya Google punya products, but here then we can start already creating group. For example, BMD Cellpad, ELD Cellpad, QLD Cellpad. That we can start doing that already to share with more people kan. So you create group juga. That one not today. Okay. Okay. Any more questions? Or anybody wants to try ke? Nak try logging into show your desktop, or anybody has problem with what do you call that, live account? Because just now I saw a few people guna as guest, logging in as guest.
How to change it?
Assalamualaikum, sister.
Ya.
Kita sekarang kalau nak dapatkan OneDrive ni melalui kita punya ni ke? Live account ke sebenarnya?
Live account
Oh, patut saya silap, saya pergi daftar Microsoft lah. Dia live
Live account tu. Dekat ITD kan, pergi kat portal ada.
Oh, pergi kat ni terus portal ITD je?
Portal staff portal tu.
Staff portal
staff portal, nanti tengok dekat My Apps. Bawah My Apps tu ada a lot of, actually we have a lot of apps available, cuma we don't use. Over here we can access iTaklim, we can so if you use this staff portal ni,
staff portal My Apps kan. Lepas tu subscribe to Microsoft tu
Ya, betul.
Okay.
Tapi most of us we have a live account, I think in 2012 ke 2013 dah ada dah live account ni, some of us lah. Masa tu kat PJ. I was in PJ lah, tak tahu.
Live ni dia kira Microsoft kan?
Memang Microsoft.
Microsoft lah.
Dia macam bukan email yang we have now. It's
bukan
another one. Kalau kita guna Outlook for email, kalau Microsoft dia Outlook kan, so you login guna Outlook. Tapi all our emails is addressed to @iium.edu, bukan @live. So email semua memang kita stay guna yang Gmail tu.
Gmail lah.
That's why dia macam tak totally migrating lagi. Lagi? Kamu ni nak tambah? Amirul nak tambah?
Nak tanya.
Okey dah.
Yes.
Memang rasanya simple question ke. Sebab I tak nampak chatbot dekat team ni. Kat mana on the
Kak
screen.
Fauzia.
Kak Fauzia.
Dia macam bentuk WhatsApp tu kak.
WhatsApp.
Dekat tepi mikrofon.
Tak ada rasanya, dia macam terkeluk, dia tak ada kat situ. Yang ada hanya participant, ikon untuk angkat tangan ke apa tu, and then the 3 dots saja.
The chat is not there.
It's disabled kot.
Tapi I punya nampak dekat in between the 3 dots, lepas tu dia in between the 3 dots dengan participant. Tapi siapa yang tak ada Microsoft Team install, you tak boleh chat. Macam tu.
Bukan install, you can actually access it on web pun. Macam tadi kan, like I said, you open Microsoft Office punya tu, it's there as well. Usually you don't have the chat because you're not logging to live code.
Possibly. Sebab tadi masa I click the link for this meeting, I pilih option yang just continue with this browser, do not need to download and apa benda tu.
You using MacBook kan Mona?
Ya, saya.
So kalau MacBook memang usually orang download. Bila ni Kak Fauzia download ke tak? Amira download ke tak?
Download. Tu yang Mira pelik
Download
tu.
kan?
Tak,
Cik
masalahnya
Nur, I'm using the ni tau apps, team punya apps, memang chat box tu tak ada.
Tak ada ya?
Cik Nur, lagi satu I nak tanya. I
So
rasa
disable kan? Tu je.
Kat bawah tu ada when you tekan the 3 dots tu, the 3 dots next tu, angkat tangan tu, more actions tu, you go down, ada setting dia.
Show chat bubble, tapi bila tekan
show chat
keluar
bubble.
juga.
Tak keluar juga.
Tak ada. Memang tak ada Cik Nur.
For some of us, I think the one of the reason mungkin I'm not sure Kak Fauzia tanya lah, tapi rasanya dia orang nak tahu kalau attendance. You know what's the attendance for day.
When was the last time? Okay, one of the problem juga when you don't update the apps. Updating tu pun is very important juga because dia tak update, dia tak available. Certain features are not available juga.
Cik Nur, I rasa problem ni every time yang kalau people share link tu tau. When you click that link. Macam I have Teams group dengan test setters tu okay je.
Ya betul.
Ada the chat window tu kan.
Macam
so
this
not
morning,
just
I use it for class, it is there. It was there. Kan Kak Intan?
You mean for this meeting lah yang tak ada maybe?
Macam kadang-kadang ada people pun macam ITD ke conduct workshop. Kadang-kadang you join pun you can't see the chat window tu.
Sebab we click on the link daripada email.
The link.
Kamu ni. Macam mana kamu ni?
Itulah sebenarnya yang pasal chat ni sampai sekarang saya tak jumpa apa problem dia. Tapi antara solution dia kena jadi members dekat team yang create training tu lah. Tu antara solution untuk dapatkan chat.
Ataupun dia tanya kod kan? Ada kod.
Kalau dapatkan kod tu dia akan join lah. Contohnya yang EDUCALL training hari ni saya buat guna team EDUCALL Gombak. So those yang jadi members dia akan nampak lah chat ni.
So kena join MS Teams punya group yang Kak Muni create dekat MS Teams tu.
Itu salah satu solutionnya lah. Cuma macam kalau macam Mona dia kata dia nampak pula chat tu sedangkan Mona bukan tak jadi member lagi dalam team tu. Itu sampai sekarang tak jumpa betul-betul lagi dia punya reason, dia punya solution.
Mona is login in as guest tau.
I'm login as guest. I can see the chat punya bubble but I cannot chat. Itu je.
Okay.
Sama.
Then nak tanya satu, yang Microsoft Team ni every time orang share
Microsoft Teams.
Microsoft Team ni, I'm using Mac. Every time share meeting punya link and everything, so dia suruh download. So bila I suruh download, does that mean that I have downloaded Microsoft Team in my my MacBook?
Yeah.
If I have, then kenapa every time lagi satu link meeting and everything, dia still nak kata nak download ke, nak itu ke, nak ini? Sebab setahu I dah download masa the last meeting. So bila
buka daripada apps tu terus. Because you buka link, so dia bagi link.
So kalau I buka daripada app tu terus, kalau you all dah share link, macam mana I nak dapat you all punya link meeting?
You tekan link lah.
Sama.
Dia optional je whether you want to download or not.
The link will always ask me to download again and again and again if I'm using it.
Betul, fallback.
Padahal kita dah ada app kita kan?
Dah ada dalam tu, but it will keep on asking us to download.
Macam one possible way is to have calendar, use calendar. If you use calendar, dia straight away pergi dekat Teams meeting tu. Tapi tak payahlah kalender hari ni.
Masuk pakai kalender.
Teams pun dia ada kalender dia.
Yelah, so contoh je lah macam I lah kan. I macam pengguna lah. And you all selalu share link of meetings kan. So I sebagai yang receive the link, what am I supposed to do? Click the link or masuk yang I dah download Microsoft Teams before? Sebab kalau I just no, because if I just click the link and use the link, dia akan suruh lagi option nak download tak, itu tak, ini tak.
Kira rasa kan sebab kita punya invitation untuk session ni is Gmail, bukan live code. Unless kalau it is invited to our live account, then it will appear in our team punya calendar and then it will go straight to app. I mean, I'm assuming that could be the way. Sebab dia macam distorted, as in macam kita dapat our invitation from Gmail for this session and bila kita click on the team punya so-called session tu, dia tak pergi ke team punya app. I mean,
dia clash of interest lah ni kot kan.
I think
possible lah. Possible.
Ibaratnya macam Gmail tak kenal kita sama ada kita dah download team atau tak.
Ya, I rasa. Sebab tu asyik every time masih nak kena download je. Macam tu lah.
Kalau if you go to web base tu kan, nampak tak ni? Nampak tak my screen?
Nampak.
Okay. Sini pun sebenarnya ada kalender. Tapi tak payah hari ni kan. So you go here, you can tengok available punya sini bla bla bla. So my suggestion is for you to to join. Okay, if you go to Teams tu, Teams kan. Kamu ni yang ni under EDUCALL Gombak
Yeah.
Okay. Have you joined this one?
No, because dalam email dia kata click on that link kan untuk join the team. Tapi dia terus bawa ke macam untuk kita nak buat session ni. Dia tak bagi dekat classroom terus. Dekat dekat dia punya classroom/team tu lah.
So maybe lepas ni kan, because we will be using this particular Teams kan Kak Muni after this.
Untuk
because ramai je geng-geng yang tak dapat masuk hari ni punya session sebenarnya. Because when they click the link, dia still problem dekat request send jadi team member lah, ada yang still downloading lah macam tu. Ada separuh laptop dia keluar EDUCALL Gombak training request send one member.
Kak Muni saya accept all
Okay, tak perasan.
So banyak yang tak dapat masuk. Nak masuk tapi terkial-kial macam tu lah.
Okay. Ni dia kena manage team tu.
Okay, syukran Mana.
Okay.
Okay dah. So Nana dah masuk. Cuba Nana ada tak? Can you chat now?
Sekejap
Ni ada orang ketuk pintu kat ni.
Cik Noh, yang tu akaun I lagi satu. Ya. You tahu sebab apa? Sebab I kan student juga. So dia ada dua akaun.
Ada dua.
So itu bukan I punya yang office.
So remove ni.
Remove yang tu.
Hazlina ni member.
Buang.
X, kena X.
Hazlina.
Bella, I nak klik balik. You all nampak tak gambar I?
Boleh, Cik Noh.
Siapa tu?
Nana.
Boleh?
Tak, you add I balik.
Okay. Okay. Sekejap.
Sebab I cari tak jumpa dekat team. Ada key tak?
Sekejap. I bagi dekat ni chat. Sekejap
Tak boleh buka chat kak kami.
tak boleh buka chat.
Kita orang tak ada chat.
Okay, I bagi kod lah kod. Kat mana ni?
You give me the code.
Tengok boleh tak kita ketuk pintu?
Tak tengok. Tak dengar orang ketuk pintu. Sorry.
Team code.
Okay.
ZL 606I.
Link attendance saya akan email nanti ya. How to all self-pack insyaAllah. After the training lah.
Email lah ya? Okay lah.
Tapi for future training boleh join terus lah kot jadi members.
Cik Nur, I just now join as a guest. Cuba tengok nama I sekarang. Ada ke dalam tu? Sebab I dah try masuk balik, tak ada pula dia suruh download pula. Ke apa?
Tak ada.
Seriously, I'm having problem kalau dengan Microsoft Team ni. Asyik nak mendownload je kerja dia.
Dah, I dah dapat masuk team tu. Thank you.
Okay.
Sama juga.
Alright.
Kak Asno mungkin tengok kat member tu. Dekat members. Dekat guest bawah tu. Member and guest.
Okay. Sebab ni nak tengok pending request tadi.
Tak ada kot. Ada belum nama siapa tadi? Sister Mona ke sister?
Mona, you're still not in.
Yeah.
Setahu saya kalau yang guest dia tak boleh join using the code.
Betul. Sebab setting dia memang untuk organisation ni. Untuk IUM organisation macam tu. Kan Kak ni?
Ya.
Takkan kita bahayalah juga when you open tu kan. That one is a bit like masa you guna MS Teams, so the setting is also important. Kan yang kita bila buka tu ada kelas malam apa benda semua tu. Remember? We have that class.
Kita minta code ke? Join a team with a code.
Yeah, I showed you the code just now.
ZBL 606I.
Ni code.
Where's the code? Okay, jap.
ZBL. Into L lah.
Yeah.
6I. Okay, jap tunggu masuk pula.
Bila pakai kod, dia tak payah pending request. Dia automatically you will be in. When you use the code.
Dah, I dah dapat bila dah dapat masuk tu, I dah, my chat box dah keluar dah.
So you have to
betul. Oh, nampak kat atas ada. Oh ya. Yeah.
So if say for example you either invite you provide email sendiri, tapi once you use code, they automatically just like Google Classroom. I would say Teams ni is Google Classroom plus Google Meet macam tu kan, sama macam tu.
Nanti kalau future training nanti dah akan appear lah dekat kita punya kalender nanti kan?
Yes, insyaAllah. So nanti nanti kalau you tengok aktiviti tu pun whatever comment orang lain comment ni semua you can see. If you get if you are in this EDUCALL punya Teams ni, nampak semua dapat dah. Semua kat Unita tu semua dah ada kat sini.
Cik Nur, jap, I nak keluar, I nak masuk balik. Tengok tak I jadi guest balik ke tidak. Jangan habiskan meeting sekejap.
Betul, masuk balik dah nak habis dah ni.
Bagi I 1 minit. Jangan habiskan. Kejap
kamu ni record ke ni? Kamu ni dah stop boleh record?
Tak boleh.
Satu soalan sementara tu boleh? Soalan ni saya ajukan kepada Ustazah